Okay, so I'm recording my lesson, so be good.
You gotta knock it down.
Yeah, be careful, don't knock it down, Jose. Okay, so today we're going to start with the vocabulary, points, lines, and planes. So, education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. And I know you guys might think, yeah, when am I ever going to use this in real life? The thing about math is you never know when it's going to come up again. Like my son is just getting a business degree, and he's like, I thought I was done with all my math. You know, he took college algebra, all that stuff. He's having to take business statistics, and he's texting me, and he's like, oh my gosh, I'm going crazy. I thought I was done with math. So just remember, you don't know what you want to do right now. You may have to take math later too. Yes?
Do you need to make a copy?
Yes, make a copy of the lesson. That way you'll have the vocab on here too. So we're going to just start with the basics, points, lines, and planes. So a point is an exact location in space. I have my little guy there. An exact location in space. A point has no length, no width, and no height. Therefore, you cannot really see a true point. Let's move on. So how to sketch points. In geometry, we sketch points with dots. Yay. We label points with capital letters. Point A, point B, point C. Capital letters, not lowercase, in geometry. That's how we do it. A line extends forever in both directions. Forever and ever and ever. There are infinitely many points on a line. A line is labeled with two arrows on the end. Because a line has no width, no height, you can't see a true line either. Plus it goes on forever and ever and ever. You can't describe that in real life. Okay, with lines, how to sketch lines, you have to have arrows on both ends. There's several ways to name lines. Okay, so you might see a line like this. This would be line M. It'll have a script kind of like cursive letter at the side. That would be line M. Or you might have lines with points. I made fun because I like fun and I'm weird. So I've got line F-U-N. However, you cannot name a line with 3 letters. You pick 2 of those letters and name that line. Because the line goes on forever and ever and ever. So you can pick any 2 letters. Ari?
Is that a line segment?
That is not a segment. It's a line. It goes on forever and ever.
Yeah, but if you take 2 points and then what's between
Well, we'll learn about segments tomorrow. No, if you pick 2 points, this is how you label it. You pick any 2 points, and like, say I want to pick, what do you think I'm going to pick?
UN.
Oh, okay. We'll pick UN. Be nice. We'll pick UN. UN, you put arrows on it, and that means it's the whole line. It's not a segment. It does not stop at U and N. It's the line that goes on forever. You could also name it, come on, have some fun.
United Nations. Yeah.
F-U, thank you. We can also name it line F-U.
I didn't know.
I know.
I'm like trying to keep it school appropriate.
I know, but that's kind of funny. You can name it F-N, you can name it N-F, N-U, but you cannot name a line with 3 points. Do not name it line F-U-N. If you do that, you will miss the problem. That is not correct. So we name points with 1 capital letter. We name lines with how many capital letters? 2. Or if you see a line like this with a script letter, I could name that line M like that. But you have to put the word line in front of it.
So wait, what would the other one look like with just the 2 letters? Would it just look like the exact same one as the M, just with like another letter?
Yes. Well, if it was like this, you'd have to have 2 points on here. I could name that line BA.
Wait, then
or
why
line
is
M.
it 3 on that point?
Just because I put 3 random points on there.
A line can have.
So a line has infinitely many points.
So you can have 165 on
Yes,
a 3-inch
but you just
line.
pick 2. So always name a line with 2. Like I wouldn't want to name this I wouldn't want to name that line CBXAW. Don't do that. How many letters do we pick? 2. So go BA. Hey, this might be our year. We play Owasso Friday, and I think that's gonna tell us.
It's gonna be a dub.
Okay, so my son's name is Jake. We also have Jake in here. So collinear points are points that lie on the same line. Collinear points are points that lie on the same line. These are collinear points. Points J-A-K-E. Is it possible for only 2 points to be collinear?
Yeah, because they're still on the same line.
Yeah. Okay, this is a good one for you, which I've had a lot of people miss. Jacob, are you paying attention? No. Okay, please pay attention. Okay, so thank you for being honest. If I have a point way up here, are points J and B collinear? Are they on the same line?
No.
That's what you want to say, right? You want to say no. Are points JA collinear?
Yes.
Are points J and K collinear?
Yes.
But points JB are not? Okay.
Nobody likes J.
How do you know how many points it takes to create a line? Two. How many points does it take to make a line? Two.
More than one.
Only 2 points. Yeah, more than one. 2 points. So anytime you have 2 points, they are always collinear because I can always draw a line. So JB is collinear. Anytime you have 2 points, they are always collinear. Always, always, because it takes 2 points to make a line. So even though it wasn't drawn on the picture, they are always collinear. Okay, let's move on.
When would they not be?
2 points will always be. Always. Now, if it gives you 3 points, if I asked you if J, B, and A are collinear, what would you say?
No.
No. But if I just said, are BA collinear, what would you say?
Yes.
Yes.
What about J, A, K? Are they all collinear?
Yes. J, A, K, and E are all collinear.
Okay.
But if I said J, B, A, and K,
No.
those are not. Right. But 2 points are always collinear. If I just ask you 2 points, you better always say yes. Always, always say yes if it's just 2 points. Okay, let's look at this. Are points A, G, and H collinear?
Yes.
Okay, good, yes. How could I name that line that they're collinear on?
Line M.
Line M. What's another way? Line what?
A,
AE. Line AE. You have to put the arrows above it.
H,
Line M. I could name it GH,
AG,
AG, and so on. AH. Does that make sense?
G, E.
Okay, but just 2 points.
Are you
G.
allowed if I fall asleep?
Do we have to write line, the word line in cursive?
No,
Okay.
you do not. Good question.
Actually, italics.
Okay, are points U, T, and D collinear?
No.
No. Do you guys see that? U, T, D, not collinear. Gave us 3 points. They are not collinear. Name line T in another way. So here's line T. How could I name it in another way?
You are.
You are.
Different letters.
UT,
U, T,
TR, line T,
UE.
T,
TR,
R. What'd you say?
line
Line T. Yes, you could name it line T. So we named it in other ways. Okay.
Oh, can you be mad at me if I fall asleep?
No.
Thank you.
Yeah, we
No.
did it.
I'm going to be mad at you. Do not fall asleep.
I have
Oh.
no words.
Okay.
You missed one.
I know I missed one. Dang it. Let me go back.
Are points H and T collinear?
Are points H and T
No.
collinear?
Yeah.
Yes.
You could create a line, so yes.
So yes, anytime I tell you 2 points,
Yes.
always collinear. You better say yes. Okay, let's talk about a plane. A plane is a flat surface, has infinite length, width, and height. So, since it has infinite length, width, and height, no thickness, you can't really see a true plane. But we use like parallelograms or rectangles or squares to just say it's a plane, but a true plane goes on forever and ever and ever in all directions. So you can't really see a true plane. But I might use the ceiling to represent a plane, or the floor to represent a plane, or the wall to represent a plane. Now,
Why did the table flip?
I don't know. I guess I was just being weird. So, this could represent a plane. The walls could represent a plane. The floor, the windows, they could all represent planes. Now, collinear points, Jacob, please wake up. Collinear points are points that lie on the same line. What do you think coplanar points are?
Ones that are
It's that line in the
Same plane. Good. Same plane. Coplanar, same plane. Collinear, same line. Okay. To name a plane, okay, so to name a point, 1 capital letter. To name a line, how many letters? 2. To name a plane, how many letters? 3. You have to have at least 3. You could actually name a plane with more than one if you want. I could name that plane A, B, C, D if I wanted. You have to have at least 3. Girls, at least 3 points to name a plane. So, I could name this plane F-U-N.
Fun.
Sometimes you see a capital letter in the corner of a plane.
That's
You could
named.
also name it by that, but I would have to say plane
A.
My,
Smart board is off.
yeah, dang it. Okay, so at least 3 for a plane. How many for a line? 2. How many for a point? 1. How many for a plane?
3.
At least 3. At least 3. Gosh, am I that boring? I'm trying to be fun here.
Okay, it doesn't help. I've had like 6 hours.
I think your Windows 10 is
All together.
Okay, we're getting close. We're getting close. Let's keep moving. Okay, let's look at this example. There are several ways to name this plane. Now, when you name a plane with 3 points, they have to be non-collinear. They cannot be on the same line. I could not name this plane XYZ because they are on the same line. You have to pick 3 non-collinear points, okay?
WYZ.
So what?
WXV.
WXV, yes. What's another way to name that plane?
WYZ.
WYZ. Plane what?
Q.
Plane Q. I could also name it plane Q.
What about plain yogurt?
Yeah. Okay. There are many different planes in a cube.
6.
I could have plane, yeah, the top, the bottom, the front, the back, the left, the right. But what about planes like, it's still off. What about planes like that?
A rhombus.
Yeah, there's planes inside that you can't see too, you know what I mean? So there are lots of planes. All it takes is 3 non-collinear points to make a plane. You know, you could have this diagonal plane. Do you guys see that one in there?
Yeah, I know
Okay.
what you're trying to do.
So there's more than just the 6 planes in a cube. Let's move on. I feel like, oh, here's the, any 3 non-collinear points determine a plane. Okay, moving along. Okay, so my name is Brandy, so I tried to put my letters. B-R-A-N-D-I. I put my letters. Name 3 points that are collinear.
N and D.
3 points.
NDBRAI.
3 points that are on the same line.
B-R-N.
B-R-N or A-N-D. Okay, you guys okay with that?
Wait. No.
3 points that are collinear.
A and D.
A-N-D or B-R-N. Okay. Name 4 points that, oh, Michael, question?
Could you name the plane as NAD, or does it have to be in order?
Okay, that's a good question. N-A-D, those are all collinear, so you cannot name a plane with collinear points. So they have to be 3 non-collinear.
Would it be B-A-I?
B-A-I-D.
Yes. Okay, name 4 points that are coplanar in the same plane.
B-A-I-D.
B-R-N-I. All these in that same plane. Do you guys see that? Okay, so this looks kind of weird, but this is what it's trying to do. Let me see. If you have a piece of paper and then a line going through that piece of paper, that's what that's supposed to be. So the piece of paper is right here. This is just a line going through it. So really points A and D are not in that plane. They're outside that plane.
Yeah.
So there's a point up here and a point down here. Okay. Name 3 points that are not collinear.
B-I-N.
B-I-N. Good.
R&D.
R-N-D. Right.
R&D department.
Okay, real world examples. Name a geometric term modeled by each object, like a point, a line, or a plane. So these are real world objects. Car antenna, what would that represent? A line. Good.
TV.
A library card.
Plane.
Plane. A knot in a rope. Point. Okay, here's a few more. The tip of a pen.
Point.
Bobby.
Point. Stop sign.
Plane.
Plane. Guitar strings, or what is that? Violin strings. Okay.
Ukulele.
Okay, if two lines ever intersect, their intersection is always a point. 1 point. Lines are not going to curve around and cross again. So if two lines ever intersect, their intersection is a point. I drew over that. If two planes intersect, you got a plane here and a plane here and they intersect, their intersection is always a line. So if two lines intersect, a point. If two planes intersect, one line. Okay, one more example. You're going to have a problem just like this on your assignment, and I want you to be careful when you count the planes. I don't want you to count an extra one. So do you see this plane A right here? And then the points J, K, and L? They're on that same
11.
plane. They're on that same plane. We're not going to do the imaginary planes, the diagonal planes, not going to do those. So just the planes that you can see, don't count this bottom plane twice. So I know I've got the top, the bottom, the front, the back, the left, the right. How many planes do I have? 6. Do not say 7 because this bottom plane and the bottom of that is all one plane.
That's one shape.
That's 1, yes. So there would be 6 planes in that figure. How many planes that you can see, not the fake planes, include both points H and G, both of those points? How many? 2. You got the top one and the side one. You guys good with that? Okay, so 2. You're going to have questions just like this on your assignment. And then name 4 points, 4 that are in the same plane, coplanar.
F-I-G-H.
F-I-H-G. Do you guys see that one?
I-H-J-K.
I-H-J-K. Yeah.
G-K-L.
G-K-L-H. That one right there too, yeah. Good. So you can just pick one to name. Some of these have more than one answer. Okay, our points J, K, and L coplanar in the same plane.
Yes.
Yes.
It's 3 points.
3 points, that's right. Our points H and J collinear.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Anytime I say 2 points, they're always collinear. Okay, so this joke is really stupid. He's going to the school for the gifted and he can't get in. Do you know why he can't get in?
Because it says pull.
Yeah. Do you guys ever do that though?
Yes.
Try to push in the pull.
No, the office, their door is reversed from normal doors, so they literally have a little sticky note that says push and pull.
Yes. That's what they need to do. Okay, so this is your assignment. How many points make a line? 2. So you just put the number 2 in there. Just put the number 2. How many non-collinear points determine a plane? 3. So 2 make a line, 3 make a plane. Okay, so now you're going to match with the correct definition. So you do have your the notes page there if you need to go back and look. So you're matching with the correct definition. Now question 4, this is another really important one. You're going to see this throughout the whole year. How many, or if 2 lines intersect, their intersection is exactly 1 point. Good, and that is on your test on the 18th.
Uh-oh.
If 2 planes intersect, their intersection is 1 line. That is also on your test on the 18th. Okay, let me think if there's anything weird. You're looking at coplanar, same plane, collinear, same line. I think that everything looks, I think I went over everything. Alright, so just let me know if you have questions. Like I said, we're just starting with the basics, the vocab, and then we'll move on to more fun stuff.
Collinear line and coplanar plane.
Correct.